apart from social isolation, shopping, healthcare. But what about they're given the have to do? But what about all the things I was doing, want to do, could do? No, but why have they? So they've stopped the hours to go out and asking why do you need hours to go out in the community and what would you do with those hours?
Okay, are you trying to?
Well, we
trying to think of things that would benefit more than just you.
Yes. So.
How does the society benefit? You're part of several groups where you contribute.
And the reason I'm.
Are you involved?
Yes.
Are you involved in disability politics?
I was involved, yes. And the reason that I've stopped is because someone said don't write depressed. But the reason why I've stopped being involved with image shift and stopped the fashion stuff and didn't get involved in the shop is because I'm trying to keep a low profile. Because when I took a high profile.
What about the negative bias that the NDIS perceives whenever you try and do something for the disability community?
They don't like that.
Oh, no.
They call it work.
They call it work.
Funding because they say that she's
working. So when I won the award, that was because I have an office. I go to work 3 days a week, and I'm not declaring my vouchers for my taxi receipts to go to work.
They're saying that.
Yeah, and they wrote down this, and they wrote something about my 100 staff, was it? Or my staff in my office.
Yeah.
I think you've got an
office somewhere that I go to in a taxi 3 days a week, and what they reported is I'm not declaring it.
Well, surely the tax department are interested in that.
But I'm not. They can't be.
What I'm saying is that if it was happening, the tax department would know about it.
And, yeah.
Well, that's exactly right.
If it was happening, but the thing is, NDS is not income tested, and secondly, I don't have a job. I'm 30, I'm too sick to go out like that. I was just engaging other disabled people, getting them engaged in life and giving them a reason to have a good life or a good time. If it was 1 day a year or whatever it was within the shift, I wasn't going to an office. Although that would be good, earning $1 million for an office. But a goal of...
Well, now I'm thinking all of this is that nowadays, quickly run businesses, they don't have offices. Everybody...
But I want not to.
Yeah, whatever. They wouldn't even... If you had a business... If you've got a clothing company or whatever they think you've got... It's now all done
what sort of company did they think they
have? You get everything done offshore and you do it from your freaking laptop at home. That's how the new millionaires are doing it.
What sort of company did they think I have? And also that
Katie... company.
No.
They are shit. Like every second person on Instagram thinks they've got a fashion company.
Katie, supposedly, they had Katie working for me the year before. Like, they said Katie's worked for me every year.
Yeah.
Paul? They said Katie worked for me every year. Every year. For the last 19 years, Katie's been working for me.
Katie's worked for you as a contractor.
Every year.
For ages. And, this is what you're telling me. And it's like, no, we're not.
Glenda, I will go back through my records and let you know.
And Katie hasn't worked for me since we did the house when I moved here. And then mentioned our apartments. And then...
One other thing that they've got records, are they just hear things? Or?
But they said that I hadn't declared Katie is working for me. I hadn't declared my income. I didn't declare I'm going to work. I didn't declare my taxes to work. And I secondly had not declared my office.
But you see, I helped you get out of hospital when you broke your legs. And then I went away again. I wasn't here for 2 years.
And then, a van doesn't exist. So then how do you negate something that doesn't happen?
No, it sounds like to me they haven't done a thorough investigation.
Oh,
just done a superficial
sounds like this.
And then,
yeah.
I would imagine they're doing things like looking at your social media profiles and stuff like that and speculating what you're doing from that.
That would be interesting. See, that only encourages why I'm not being socially inclusive or whatever it's called. off social media, off Instagram. So if they're looking at my Facebook page and trying to raise awareness and funding for, not funding, I wanted models for the fashion parade and for makeup and wanted makeup artists, and they took that as that's what I do. Oh, wow. Anything else?
Your social media isn't very exciting. You know, I can't imagine that they can get a lot from it.
I've been hardly on it for. Paul's off it totally. I'm not on it. And just made sure that went off everything.